Hello farmers, welcome back to East Vineland over in our grass field, the first of the two that I'm replanting today to get our environmental score just a little bit better on these two fields, because the first time we put the grass in, we used a planter that was not a direct drill, so it hurts our tillage score on the fields a little bit. And since we just mowed the grass in this in-game month, we might as well go ahead and replant them with our direct drill now, so our environmental score should go up in about a month or two when I go to harvest it again. Definitely helping us out. Anytime we sell something, we'll get a little bit more of a bonus from our environmental score. I've already got the other grass field cut. I got 6 bales off that field. All the bales have been picked up and put aside over there, and those will be ready in July. I'll probably hang on to them like I did before, but if I need the money, at least the silage bales will be there, and I can always sell them and then purchase whatever we want to purchase. One thing I would like to purchase is another shed, just because after we bought the seed drill and the stone picker, I had to think for a second. I bought 2 things. What was the second one? Yeah, the stone picker. I just don't have no room in the shed. Barely had enough room in the shed for the equipment that we had, but now that I got a seed drill and a stone picker, we're pretty much out of space there. So we'll have to look around. Now, someone did mention, I forgot who it was, and I apologize who said it. I'm kind of bad at remembering names and comments. But we were talking last episode about some, about some land to buy. And the land over here is rather expensive because a new farmer has all the buildings on it. And that's the way they price the farmland around here. If it's got buildings on it, the land's worth more. Well, since we're on Start From Scratch, there are no buildings on it, but the price is the same. So they were saying it probably wouldn't be considered cheating if I were to go on and see how much those buildings are worth, and then take it off the property value, and then adjust the price of the land by doing that. Now, something I might do, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes, but I'm not going to be doing it today or anytime soon, because there's plenty of other land I can go ahead and buy and put sheds on. But the land over here is definitely where I want the whole farm to be. And that brings up the other, from another few other comments of why do we put the sheep pasture here? Why don't we put it over where all of our equipment was across the street? Over there, that's where our future farmhouse is going to be. So I didn't want to put anything on that property because I have to move it to put our house down. And I want all the farming stuff on this side of the road and the farmhouse on the other. All the sheds and buildings that I want to put down need to be put down over here. At least that's my plan anyway. So that's why the sheep pasture is over here. We didn't take up that much grassland that we already had planted anyways, and I may go ahead and put down another sheep pasture, not today, but in the future for wool. Put it right down right next to it. Since we already got to have grass or hay for the sheep, I might as well have more sheep pastures and feed them all together. But today we're just focused on taking care of our grass fields, get our environmental score up a little bit higher. But since I last talked to you in the contract page, another grass field is ready to be taken care of. And I do believe they want silage bales made out of it. So we'll be taking that contract and getting that started today. And I'll be doing what I did with the other silage bales, which is any extras that are left over, I'll go ahead and keep and leave over there. And when we need the cash, that's when we'll sell the silage bales. Hopefully I can hang on to them until the winter months, because that's when the silage price is the best. But they'll be over there, so if a deal ever comes up and I'm short on cash, at least we'll have some silage bales to go ahead and grab. Now, I do believe the contract's going to pay like $18,000, which is nice enough. But of course, as we all know, the bonus is just getting the extra silage off the field. So I know it does seem kind of weird to plant grass in a grass field, but we're just doing this only to increase our environmental score, and that's the only reason. If you can remember that first little seeder that we had, that was not a direct drill, so we don't get our tillage score up to 100. I did check in the fields that we planted in, and our tillage score is right around 50%. So this should get it right up to 100 because we're doing it by a direct drill. And we shouldn't lose any growing time on our grass field either, so this should be ready again in July, right? May, June, July. Yeah, it should be fully ready in July. I could mow it in June. It'll be ready. It'll be ready for harvest in June. But I always wait until the final growth stage of grass before I cut it, just to get more yield off of it. Although some would say if you mow every 2 months, you get an extra cut of grass in every year, which is true. But I've never done a test to see if you mowed it every 2 months or every 3 months throughout the year, do you get the same amount of grass off a field? I don't know. It might be a test I may have to do at some point, whenever I get some free time. And today is definitely not the day because I am late in recording this episode, so I hope it gets out. You should be seeing this hopefully on a Friday. Fingers crossed. It's uploaded and rendered by then, so hopefully you got a video for Friday. Usually I like to record a couple days in advance, but not today. Today I'm actually recording it the morning of, so I'm hopefully it's good. So it's probably like a short video. Well, I mean short, like 20 minutes long or so, and they'll give it some. It'll upload rather quickly, and hopefully YouTube will render it rather quickly, and it'll be ready by the time it needs to go out. All right, let me get the other part of the grass field here. In another 15 minutes or so, I'm hoping to see a little milk canister appearing over here. Hopefully the milk should be starting to appear because our sheep have only been here an hour or so. So the first hour they had to get their health up from 0 to 10%. Now the production's at 10%. So in about another 13 minutes or so, we should see, I don't know how much milk sheep are going to produce. I have no idea. Never done sheep for milk, although it's been a thing going back, I think all the way back to 17, there was a mod for it as well. When I got this seed drill, I was actually thinking, well, it doesn't hold much seed. I'm going to have to go down to the store and refill it quite often. And I filled it up when I bought it and haven't had to put seed into it yet. Now we do got relatively small fields around here, but I'm kind of happy not having to go down and put seed into it all the time. I'm hoping at some point, once we get more land over here on our farm, we'll have maybe alien gym sheds over here to refill with seed, fertilizer, all that beautiful stuff, so we don't have to go down to the store all the time. Alright, one grass field down. Says it's already growing, so that's going to help us on out. We do have to put nitrogen down here, and pH value, of course, is not that far off. It's mostly the nitrogen is going to give it a bad yield potential right now. This drill was definitely worth it. $40,000, brand new. Direct drill, 6 meter wide. And like I said, this is on the Giants Mod Hub. So if you're looking for a cheap direct drill, I'd recommend this one right here. You don't need much horsepower either. I think it only requires like 150 horsepower. I think maybe even only 140. So just about any tractor you have on your farm should be able to pull it. No problem whatsoever, and it's a 6 meter wide one. But if you're looking for a direct drill that also fertilizes at the same time, then this is not for you because it only holds seed. Seed only. I have mixed emotions about this grass field here. Of course, we just bought this land, put down the chicken coop and extra space. Well, I said, well, we got the extra space, let's make a grass field, because at the time, this was our only field. Now it's getting to be, let's see, the shape of it, and yeah, it's like, is it worth it? Since we get 6 bales off it, yeah, it's still worth it. Shouldn't turn that tight of a circle with your seed drill like that, but it's fine. All right, couple passes here, and then we'll start on another grass contract. Hopefully it's still there. As I get everyone dizzy, keep going in circles here. And actually, since I'm over here, I'll probably fill the seed drill with more seed. See if it'll take the rest. I don't think it will. Why won't you fill up here? There it goes. Guess I had to be on the correct side, which is, I suppose, the left side. Okay, so I did take all the seed. Well, it's better than having the bags of seed sitting out in the elements and the weather. So all our fields are pretty much taken care of. Let's go ahead and spread fertilizer on them. Just our grass fields. We already taken care of our wheat field down the road. And our soybeans do not require any fertilizer at all, or they shouldn't. But we'll wait until that's grown to make sure. All right, we'll park that here. Yeah, I'm starting to park everything over here now, out in the open. Let's go check on the contracts. Yeah, so everything here. Yep, hopefully that'll equal on out. There we go. Now this score has already gone up in this field, this grass field. So my tillage, which is the bottom bar, was at 50%. We're already up to 100%. Same thing could be said here, although that needs nitrogen, and is that pH? No, it's weed control. Weed control. Forgot all about the weed control. Oops, I kind of forgot about the contract there for a second. Baling. Yes, we want to go ahead and accept. No, borrow items. Let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. I do need to fertilize field number 76. Where is field number 76? It's got to be over here somewhere. There's 77. 76 right there. So I'll go take care of that later on. Field 94 is the top grass field towards the center of the map. All right, let me go ahead and just park that here for now. Let's go ahead and teleport down here. You guys gave me 2 tractors for this job. Nope. Let's see. What do we got here? We got this is a Magnum, Case Magnum. Yes, it is. And let me guess, that's a Fent 930 or 50? 930. All right, we'll mow the grass with the Magnum. And of course, what I'll do is I'll put it on swath dropping. So let me get this over to the grass field. I'll get the Fent with the baler, and they'll be following us behind while we cut the grass. Alright, Magnum's all set up and ready to go. I gotta double check on the baler. Make sure the baler's not larger than 220 for the bales. It's already set for 220. It can go up to 240, but the wrapper cannot do bales at 240. Alright, so we're unfolded. Let's go ahead and lower down the pickup. We'll turn it on. And make sure I do Control F for follow me. Alright, looks like Francine will be following behind us today. Hopefully we don't have any issues. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and we are on swath dropping. Yep, we're all set there. Let me turn on the butterfly mower. Turn on the front mower. And try to hug the edge of the grass field as much as we can to get the extra on the edges. I could probably sneak over a little bit more, but I want to make sure I leave the swath of grass on the field. That way I know that we'll bale it up and get it all wrapped up later on. Yep, she's right behind us. We're doing good. So I'll just have to go around later on, wrap them on up, and then deliver what I need to. And of course, all the extra bales will go to our farm and be parked next to the other ones. But at least these will be already fermented into silage right away. Actually, it's been a while since I remember. What's in the store? Well, oddly enough, there's a tedder for $15,000, 65% off. That's not a bad thing to possibly buy to make hay bales. But I would also need a, oddly enough, there's a windrower right there. I think I'll hold off onto it for now because I think we're going to be all set. And I'd rather save the money to buy more land to put down more sheds. I'm in the market for more land. Of course, with more land, I can make more fields. But first, I would do the sheds. And then any extra space I got left over, then I would go ahead and put down more fields. These grass contracts have helped me out quite a bit here in East Vineland. But slowly but surely, I'll be getting away from doing contracts and we'll just be focusing on our own fields. So I'm not going to get any extra. Oh, it's like, okay, give me some extra grass there. All the extra grass you can give me, I'll take. Yeah, my working speed for mowing is a lot faster than what Francine can do in the baler. So I got to make sure I don't get too far ahead, or else Francine will walk off the job. So usually what I do when I do these contracts off camera, when I get too far ahead of the workers, I usually go ahead and do some looking into store pages and looking at farmlands, see what the pricing of everything is. So we'll have some look at some land here while we're waiting for Francine to catch it back up to us here in just a moment. Have a good chunk of money just sitting there, and that money sitting there does look nice, but that money is not going to earn me money unless I spend that money. Sounds kind of weird when you say it like that, but that's the way it is. Let's go to farmlands, and of course we got to zoom up here. So lot number 5 up here, that's going to be the expensive one. It's like $500,000. Yeah, 541,000, because I think on New Farmer, this is where all the barns and the sheds all are. Let's see here. What's this one? This one's 242,000, so that's not that bad. And of course, the one right across my grass field where the concrete is, that one's 423. I'm guessing that's probably maybe where all the sheds are, not up here. But this plot of land right here, that's not bad. 242,000. I'm only $100,000 away from that. So we could actually buy this and maybe put some sheds and a big barn here for equipment, and then use any extra land for grass fields or something. Francine's caught back up to us. Because this alone here, this contract here, this should get me up to 160,000. So, yeah, we're not that far off from being able to buy some more land across the street. But then we'll have to save up to put down. I want to put down a big shed. Just because keep buying a shed big enough for the stuff that we have. This is going to cause the same problem that we're in right now, to where I buy 1 or 2 more things and we don't have the room anymore. Grass is all cut, grass is all baled, and we're in the finishing process of wrapping all the bales. Show you here in a second exactly what the field looks like. I mean, you can see some of it. It's little marshmallows everywhere. So we got 3 more, but yeah, I don't know how much of this is going to be need to fill out the contract. We got to go to the southern bale sell point, which is just a little further south from us. That's the little place where I go to, where I always run into that slurry digestate selling point. But I'm getting better going in there. Bring those bales on down here in a minute. Usually it's about 2 deliveries, 14 bales, so about 28 bales. Should finish up the contract. But just another bale or 2. I think I got them all taken care of. I did miss a couple spots of grass, but the grass that's left in the baler is hardly any, so cutting the extra grass is not going to be another bale anywhere. So I got all the bales off the field that I possibly could. Alright, last one that needs to be wrapped. Now I just need to go back down to the store, grab the baling trailer, and make our deliveries. Hopefully it's just 2, then the rest will be ours. I did have a quick look at the silage price to see where the price was and would it be worth me selling the rest of the bales, and the price is at $165, and we sell it in December for about $190, and the low price is like $151, $152. So definitely not worth selling the silage, say, just to get the money. So just going to do the bales to complete the contract, and we'll bring the rest on up to the farm. I'm guessing load number 1 is going to get us about 60% of the delivery done. It's usually roughly where it is. And if that's the case, next time I'll load up only maybe 10 of the 14 bales. See what this completes us to. %, so yeah, I may just grab 12 to be sure. I don't want to come down here with 10 and be short. But 12 for sure will complete the contract, and I'm pretty sure we'll get a little bit of extra cash from it, and then the rest of the bales will be ours. $12 bales should cover it. Pretty sure 10 would cover it, but just wanted to be sure. And we do have a good amount of bales left in the field, so I'll make a nice payday at some point. Let's go ahead and complete this contract first. I should have one more grass field to do in this in-game month. This will be the second one. The contract is complete. We got $32.92 for sold bales and $145 for our environmental score. So before I collect on the contract, let's go back to the field and we'll see what we got left over for bales, and then we'll collect on the contract. The bales should stay there, I hope. Rather be safe than sorry, so I'm coming down with our tractor and trailer. We're going to pick up maybe all the bales, see if I can get them all on this trailer. But those are the bales that are left for us after completing the contract. Let's see how many bales will be ours. Looks like 2 dozen we get to keep. And I can get it all done in one trip. Of course, I wouldn't complain if I had to come back down here after having a full trailer getting another load, but it is what it is. But like I said, nothing to complain about there. Let's go into the contract page. And we'll go ahead and complete this one. Collect on that. Getting us up to $162,897. So, yeah. We just need, what, like $240,000 for the other field I was looking at earlier on. So, we are getting rather close to being there. And I got more up. I'll be doing those probably in between episodes. Like I said, I think I got one more grass field I have not done yet. Let's see here. Might be field 105. No, gotta turn the grass on. Let's turn the grass on. Yeah, field 105. That's the other grass field. That contract has not come up yet. So if that one comes up in between episodes, I'll get that done as well. That'll probably pay as much as the one I just did. So, you know, just shy of 20 grand, somewhere in around there. So between fertilizing contracts and hopefully the other grass field contract, maybe when you come back, next episode we might be near 200,000, somewhere in there. Fingers crossed. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching. As always, I'll catch you again right here in East Vineland. But until then, have a good one.